Hey everyone, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. This video is a collection update. We're going to talk about my January haul. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, if you like 4Ks, if you like Blu-rays, even DVDs, please check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on. So we've got a collection update for you here. And we're going to talk about my January haul, everything I've picked up in the month of January. And throw a couple numbers at you and tell you what I've spent and tally up, where I bought them. I do that. I haven't done that by each month, but I have tallied up at the end of the year. It's always fun to see where I buy my videos. So we'll start off. I didn't do a whole lot of Amazon purchases in January. I've got two I just bought on regular Amazon, and I've got a UK one. My first one up is I got the Peanut Butter Falcon. Mainly I was going, one of my monthly themes this year, I'm going to do a theme of wrestlers that's in movies. Now this one has, I think it's Mick Foley is in this one. I don't know if there's anyone else in or not, but this is one I picked up for that reason. I heard it's a good movie too, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. And next one up is Barbie on 4K. This is actually my last acquisition in January. I just got this yesterday. They had it on sale for, it was like 17 something, so I was like, what the hell? Anytime it gets down to a $20 mark or below is definitely a good deal. I've heard some pretty decent things. It's one of those probably movies a lot of adults are probably afraid to admit they like, especially the guys, but I've heard it's pretty decent. Me and my wife will give this a whirl. And this last one from Amazon is actually Amazon UK. This is one I ordered months ago. This is the Gladiator Titans of Cult Edition. I did an unboxing of this. You'll have to check out. This is such a gorgeous set. This is definitely a highlight of the year so far. I'm not into spending a lot of money on premium editions unless it's something that means something. And I really didn't know about Titans of Cult until I saw this. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. I never heard of them, and most of their stuff sell out quick and are out of print. And I love Gladiator. It's one of my favorite movies. So I had to get this. If you want to see everything in this set, check out my unboxing. Next up, we've got a few Best Buy. And if you've watched any of my videos, I've always hate Best Buy. I loved them back in the day, but in the last several years, I just hate dealing with them, and just the whole experience is just not the same anymore. And of course, now they're getting out of it altogether. I understand why they're eliminating the movies from their stores, because everything else that they sell, they need the floor space. When it comes to movies, they make very little profits. Years ago, a friend of mine back in Ohio, he worked at a Best Buy, and he said, they only make $1 or $2 on movies, where it's the accessories, that's where they make all their money. Because I remember those one search protector he got for me. It was like $75 to buy it at the store. He got it for me for, I think, $10, $15. So that was just outrageous, the markup on that stuff. So I can understand why they would eliminate movies off from the stores, why they would eliminate the online sales. I don't quite get that. Is their warehouse space that premium? So you would think they would find better ways of managing costs of that way, but so be it. So the ones I picked up was just recently, because our closest Best Buy is almost 3 hours away in Wichita. Going shopping at Best Buy was never a big point to make, because we had to drive so far. So it's always, we can't drive 3 hours to go get a new movie. But recently we went to Wichita for our doctor's appointments, and it happened to be on a release day, so I did some hunting around. And I picked up, it had a Gran Turismo. It was on sale, so I had to snag that one for it being a newer release, and anything that was less than $20. I can't remember, it was around $17. So I snagged that on 4K. And next up was the Equalizer 3 Steelbook. Normally I don't need to get a Steelbook, but it was cheaper than the regular edition, so I was like, no brainer, might as well get the Steelbook. Next up is a 65 on 4K. I did watch that. I'll hopefully get a review of that up here real soon. This is a really good movie. I really enjoyed this. And the last one I got from Best Buy is Swamp Thing. This saved me a few bucks. Online is like about $30, and this was like 23 or 24. So I had to get this one. This is a MVD rewind, a new laser. I did a review of this as well. I love. I normally throw slip covers away, but this is really cool because of the laser disc design. Definitely check out my review of that to give some more insight about that. Now we go into my purchases from eBay. A lot of eBay purchases in January. First up is a Blu-ray of Armed Response. Actually has Wesley Snipes, and it's got Seth Rollins from WWE. That was the main reason I picked it up. I didn't know he was in this movie, so I snagged this one. I'll be checking this out when I do that monthly theme. Next up, we got a Christian movie, 90 Feet from Home. Main reason we got it was because it's got Shawn Michaels in it. He's seen him in a couple movies. He's really good. Again, I like these Christian movies. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out with the wife. It looks really good. Next up is another Christian one we have here, The Resurrection of Gavin Stone on Blu-ray. Me and my wife rented this from Netflix probably a couple years ago before we quit dealing with them. And it's a really good movie. And another one with Shawn Michaels. It's really good. You definitely want to check that out. Got another faith-based movie here called The Encounter. Actually has a Sting in it. Steve Borden. So definitely, this is the main reason I was doing searches and come across that. And this looked like a really good movie. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. Next up, we have another wrestler that's in the movies. Jon Moxley is in this Cage Fighter. So I definitely enjoy watching him on AEW and watching him at Dean Ambrose and WWE. So definitely looking forward to watching this because he's done some MMA stuff. He's really good. Next up, we have I've been upgrading the Supernatural TV series from DVD to Blu-ray. So we got Season 8 here on Blu-ray. Got Season 5 and Season 4. The only one missing, I still need Season 11 yet. Cheapest is about, I haven't hit that $10 mark, so I've been holding out for that. But to complete this set, I might spend a couple extra dollars to get it. Next up, we've got the Oppenheimer. I picked this up, I think, for right around $20. That's always, when it comes to 4K, that's the $30 mark. I know it's not bad for a new 4K movie, but I'm a cheapskate, try to watch my money. So the $20 mark is what I really look for, and I got this right around $20, $21. Especially with being a 3-disc, that definitely, I can understand it at a higher price, but I still didn't want to spend it, so I waited for the deal, got this. I have not watched this yet. Looking forward to checking this out. Next up, we got A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. True story about Mr. Rogers with Tom Hanks. Of course, when it comes to true stories, I don't know who's done the most. I think you have to think of Tom Hanks and Mark Wahlberg, as those two guys love doing true stories. They've done a shitload of movies. So I'll be checking out a lot of theirs this month. This is another one me and my wife checked out through Netflix a couple years ago after it came out. Really good movie, and glad to add this. I got this for like around $10, I think. Next up, we have another true story. We got 42, about the Jackie Robinson story. That's a really good movie. I'm glad to finally add this to the collection on Blu-ray. Next up, another true story, Saving Mr. Banks. Another Tom Hanks one, about the story of Walt Disney. I have not seen this yet, so I definitely want to check this out. And another true story, Richard Jewell, directed by Clint Eastwood. Another one I have not watched. I've heard a lot of good things. I love anything Clint Eastwood does. He is does a great job with directing movies. Next up, another true story. We got My All-American. Have Aaron Eckhart in it. And I can't remember if we watched this one yet or not, but looking forward to diving into this one. It's another football one. Another true story one, 90 Minutes in Heaven. I can't remember if we've seen or not, but I had to get it, add to the collection. Next up, not a true story, but Vamp Father with Danny Trejo. I come across this when I was looking up vampire movies because One of my monthly themes I want to do this year is a month about vampires. So I come across this, I'm like, oh, cool. I love Danny Trejo, anything he does. Usually he doesn't have a lot of major roles. But yeah, definitely looking forward to diving into this and checking this out. Another one we have, we've seen this before. I can't remember if we watched this on streaming. It's called Breakthrough. This is another wonderful faith-based movie. I definitely want to watch this 4K and do a review of it because I definitely highly recommend this. If you like those kind of movies, this is really good. Definitely a nice tearjerker if you want to check it out. So next up is some Grub purchases. I've got to where I recommend Grub if you don't know about them. It's a joint venture. Well, it's Universal, but they've got since they deal with the SDS distribution services, so they actually carry Warner Brothers as well because it's a joint venture between the two studios. So you can get Universal and Warner Brothers titles on Grub.com. But yeah, they got great deals. They're always running sales. Free shipping regardless of how many you buy. If you just want to buy one movie, free shipping. And your first order, when you sign up, they give you a code for 20% off. So great service. They usually don't take very long. Usually get stuff shipped out the next day after ordering. And if you have any issues, questions, they usually respond to within a day or two. Because there's been times I've had to ask for support, and they do a really good job responding. They're wonderful. So my first up from Grub is an Unbroken set based on true events. It's the second one's actually Unbroken: Path to Redemption. I have not seen these, so I'm looking forward to checking these out because I like these faith-based movies. Really good, heartwarming stories. Next up is one I've been wanting to get on Blu-ray for a long time. Batteries not included. I've had this on DVD for ages, so I'm not sure why I've never picked this up. I'm glad to finally have it. Next up, we have Tom Cruise in Munich. It's another Spielberg movie. I've never seen this. I'm not sure why I've passed this up, but definitely want to check this out. Next up, we got Dracula. This comes from, I think, 1979. Has Frank Langella in it. Looking at the picture, it's a very young Frank Langella. Found this through my search for vampire movies, so I definitely check this out when I do the vampire theme. Next up, we have the 4K of Wonder with Owen Wilson and Julia Roberts. Another one, I think it's a true story, so I'm be checking this out this month. Next up, we got a true story of Aaron Brockovich. Yeah, this is definitely one. I think I had the DVD a long time ago, but I think I got rid of it when I did a purge of my collection, and all of a sudden my wife wanted to watch it this last month. So she spent like $3 that she really to watch it, rent it on streaming. She wanted to watch it that bad, and I didn't have it. So picked it up through a sale on Grub, so she has it, and so we'll be hanging on to this one. I'll make sure do not get rid of this on my next purchase. She'll probably kick my ass. Next up, another true story, 3 Days in Melee. It's a true story war movie. Me and my wife will really like these. Next up, we've got the Thing. This is the newer one. As a prequel to the original. I've heard some, for the longest time, I've heard some negative things about this, and then recently I've heard some decent things. So I definitely wanted to get it and try it out for myself. So once I watch this, I will do a review and let you know my thoughts on it. Next up, another true story. We got 12 Strong with Chris Hemsworth. We've seen this a couple times. Really good movie, so I'm glad to finally add this to the collection. And these last two from Grub, not so true stories. I hope not. Finally got Megan on 4K. I've been holding out for the longest time. Even when it comes to 4K, I wanted to get it, but just wanted to wait for the price drops. So I finally snagged this puppy for less than $15. I have not watched this yet, so I'm looking forward to diving into this. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And the last one, 4K of Violent Night. I picked up the Blu-ray. I know I should have known better being Universal. I didn't pay full price when I got the Blu-ray, so at least I'm not out. I think I spent like $17 for it. But I love the movie, and I definitely had some dark scenes I thought would probably benefit from HDR. So I will be checking this out soon and do a review of. So hopefully this is an upgrade over the Blu-ray. So now we're getting down to the end. The last but not least is two of them I picked up from Diabolic. I pre-ordered these a month ago. We have the Conan collection, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. These came out from Arrow Video. You know, they just came out this week. You know, I ordered them months ago. As soon as they were announced, I had to get them. So I ordered them from Diabolic. It's, you know, spent like about $83, I think. And now you can get them for on sale through Amazon's matching the Barnes & Noble sale. And, you know, I did the unboxings, did the review. You can get both of these for $50. You can save a few bucks if you buy the Chronicles and you don't get them all in one box, but I wanted them separately, so I spent the extra money. So if you're interested in getting these, I highly recommend jumping on getting them now, because I think the Barnes & Noble sale ends on February 5th. You know, get them before they're out of stock through them or Amazon. Amazon, as of yesterday when I did my review, they were still in stock. The Chronicles, which is weird, and they came out, they shipped this last week. But when you look at the Chronicles, it says the release date of February 20th. So I don't know if that's a whole new batch coming. So I'm not sure what the deal is. But anyways, I mean, I think it's $45 for the Chronicles. So again, pick them up, grab these puppies. They are incredible. Had a little issue with Destroyer Audio. Check out my review. You know, check that out. But other than that, I mean, Arrow knocked them out of the park. It's a great start to the year. So that is all the releases I picked up in January. Let's hit the numbers. I had a total of 38 titles I picked up. And price-wise, the amount spent was $558.66. Way too much. I definitely need to watch myself. Not telling a wife about this. Other breakdowns, we've got as far as 4K goes, I added 15 to the collection. Blu-rays, I've got 21. Surprised I usually don't pick up as many Blu-rays, but during those sales, there was a lot there from Grub and eBay I wanted to add to the collection that weren't available in 4K that I doubt will come on 4K, so what the hell. And DVD even added a couple of those where I doubt they'll get any upgrades, and not a big deal, just add a couple of those chintzy ones I don't need. As far as sellers go, of course, you know, Amazon, I had two from Amazon, one from Amazon UK, 4 from Best Buy. eBay, I had the most. I had 18 purchases from eBay last month. Grub, I had 11. And then the Diabolic was 2. That was my first time dealing with Diabolic. I definitely will order from them again. I really like them. Had no issues whatsoever. It all comes down to price when you got to think of, they have a flat rate shipping of $5, so usually if you buy from Diabolic, you want to order 2 or 3 movies to, you know, save a little bit. I haven't ordered from Orbit yet. I heard some really good things about them. I definitely want to order from them sometime, give them a chance. So that pretty much wraps it up for my January haul. I hope you enjoyed checking out what I picked up. Comment below, let me know what you think of my pickups. Let me know what your pickups were, what you're most excited about getting. What you're looking forward to picking up coming out. I know there's a lot coming out that I want to get. Again, I'm trying to conserve and watch what I'm buying, being more selective. I did pre-order the Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. Since the third one came out, they were putting out the set. So fortunately, I did not buy the first and second one. So picking up the trilogy was, when I ordered it, was like around $48, which wasn't a bad deal for 3 movies. But since then, the price have come down. I'm thinking, I want to say it's like $38 now. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down a couple more dollars before the release. I also pre-ordered Major League, the Steelbook edition coming out, I think, March or April. Footloose is coming up. I haven't ordered that yet. I definitely probably will. Definitely want to pick that up. And like Second Sight, I see what they do. I've only got the one box edition from them, Dawn of the Dead. It's just price-wise, I got to be selective. I can't buy, these box sets are very pricey, and I can't afford that. I have to be selective of what I want to get. But fortunately, I'm glad. I will give kudos to Second Sight, as they make their selections available on standard editions as well. So if you want the quality of film, the 4Ks from them, you can get them without spending the high dollars for the box sets. So like It Follows, I want to pick up. Drive, there's a couple others of theirs I want to snag. But they are working on the original Hitcher with Rutger Hauer. I grew up with that movie, so I will pick up the box set when that comes out. I've already warned the wife. I said, I'm grabbing that when it comes out. I don't care. But there's no release date because they're still working on it, finishing it up. I think that's later this year. I'm not sure when. So when it comes to those announcements, rumors, stuff like that, again, keep an eye on Ken over at Mid-Level Media. I got his link below. I watch his channel religiously every week. Enjoy some of his reviews and some of his discussions he does. But yeah, every Monday he does physical media updates. He talks about rumors, announcements. He talks about sales. Then he goes over what comes out, what's coming out that week. So definitely, if you're interested in that stuff, if you have not checked his channel out, I highly recommend his. Also, Films at Home. Jeff does a great job doing reviews, and he does a lot of shorts and does discussions. He does a good variety of stuff on his channel as well. And, check out some of those other stuff. I need to get to the other links listed below as well. Some of the other ones I've come across I recommend. There's some I like, but I don't get to watch too many because I have limited time, so I pick and choose what I'm watching. As like I want to watch some and then go through. But definitely, I recommend checking out other YouTubers out there. This is a great physical media community. Everybody is really nice so far. I haven't been snubbed at. People are helpful. Check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.